When discussing World War II aircraft, the Junkers Ju-88 inevitably enters the conversation. One of the most versatile and widely used German aircraft of the war, the Ju-88 served in a staggering variety of roles: medium bomber, dive bomber, night fighter, reconnaissance aircraft, and more. Its adaptability and advanced design for the late 1930s made it a workhorse of the Luftwaffe. Yet, as the war progressed and Allied defenses stiffened, the Luftwaffe sought a successor, a bomber that could outpace enemy fighters, deliver heavier payloads, and embody the cutting edge of German engineering. Enter the Junkers Ju-288, an aircraft brimming with revolutionary promise, but ultimately doomed by the harsh realities of wartime Germany. The Ju-288 was conceived as part of the so-called Bomber B program, a 1939 initiative launched by the German Air Ministry to create a high-speed, high-altitude medium bomber that could outperform anything than flying. The goal was bold: an aircraft capable of carrying a 3,000 kilogram bomb load over a range of 3,600 kilometers at a speed exceeding 600 kilometers per hour. To put this in perspective, these specifications would have placed it among the fastest and most formidable bombers of the era. Junkers, drawing on its success with the Ju-88 and its long experience with all-metal aircraft construction, developed the Ju-288 to meet these ambitious targets. Several features of the Ju-288 stood out as technological marvels for the time. It was one of the few German bombers designed with a fully pressurized cockpit, enabling it to operate at high altitudes beyond the effective reach of many Allied fighters and anti-aircraft guns. This capability promised to restore the bomber's strategic value at a time when low and medium altitude bombing had become increasingly dangerous. The aircraft also featured remote-controlled, power-operated turrets, a significant innovation designed to reduce crew exposure and aerodynamic drag. Operated via periscope sights, these turrets provided 360-degree coverage and represented one of the most sophisticated defensive systems of the war. The Ju-288 was built with a modular construction philosophy, enabling easier production and maintenance, a critical consideration as the German war economy strained under Allied bombing. Initially designed around the UMO 222, a revolutionary 24-cylinder engine promising over 2,500 horsepower, the Junkers Ju-288 was intended to achieve speeds unmatched by contemporary bombers. Even heavily loaded, it aimed to fly faster than many frontline fighters. Had the Ju-288 entered mass production with its original design fully realized, it could have significantly altered the air war over Europe. Its combination of speed, altitude, and bomb load would have made it a formidable strategic weapon capable of striking deep into Allied territory with relative impunity. Love diving deeper into military history? This video is supported by my YouTube members who get exclusive videos weekly, not available anywhere else for their kind support. You can join their ranks easily. Just hit the join button now to get the exclusive videos and much more. Thank you for supporting me. I couldn't be doing it without your help. If you want to know more about Germany's Panzer tactics, check out my ebook in the description. However, the program was plagued by insurmountable challenges. The UMO 222 engine, though theoretically brilliant, suffered endless developmental problems and was never made reliable enough for operational use. Wartime material shortages and Allied bombing raids on German industry further delayed progress. By the time production variants were being tested, the Luftwaffe was shifting focus toward defensive fighter production and away from large-scale bomber programs. Only a handful Ju-288 prototypes, approximately 20, and pre-production models were built, and none saw combat. The project was eventually cancelled, leaving the Ju-288 as a fascinating what might have been in the annals of aviation history. Had the engine program succeeded and full-scale production of the Ju-288 begun by 1942 or 1943, the Luftwaffe's strategic bombing capability could have been transformed. Unlike the Ju-88 or even the heavier Heinkel 177, the Ju-288 was designed to operate at high altitudes and high speeds, potentially flying above Allied air defenses. It could have given Germany a genuine long-range strategic bomber capable of hitting industrial targets in Britain and even beyond, something the Luftwaffe lacked throughout the war. It fielded a sufficient number. The Ju-288 raids could have disrupted British war production more effectively than the aging Ju-88, forced the Royal Air Force to divert more resources to high-altitude interception and home defense, and potentially delayed or disrupted the Allied build-up for D-Day by targeting ports, airfields, and supply depots. With a smaller crew, pressurized cabin, and advanced defensive turrets, the Ju-288 formations could have enjoyed a much higher survivability rate, helping maintain Luftwaffe bomber strength at a time when it was steadily eroding. Success with the Ju-288 might have shifted German bomber doctrine toward higher altitude, precision raids rather than low-level mass attacks, potentially extending the effective life of German bomber units and giving the Luftwaffe a more modern force structure. Of course, even the Ju-288 success would have faced hard limits. By 1944, Allied fighters like the Spitfire Mk9 were perfectly capable of intercepting high-flying bombers, and Allied radar-guided flak was becoming ever more lethal. Moreover, Germany's crippling fuel shortages and worsening industrial situation would have hampered any large-scale Ju-288 deployment. Yet, had it been available in meaningful numbers earlier in the war, it could have changed the dynamic of air war, forcing the Allies to commit more aircraft to defensive roles and possibly buying the Luftwaffe precious time. In the end, the Ju-288 remains one of the great what-if stories of World War II aviation, an aircraft whose advanced design might have reshaped the air war, but whose fate was sealed by technical hurdles and the strategic failures of Germany. Yet it also serves as a cautionary tale. No amount of engineering brilliance can overcome production bottlenecks and strategic misjudgments. While the Ju-88 earned its place in the history as a versatile warhorse, the Ju-288 endures as a symbol of lost potential, a revolutionary bomber that never had the chance to shape the skies of World War II. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to support my channel, check out the PayPal donation link in the description or consider becoming a member. To make sure you don't miss my future work, subscribe to my channel please and press the bell notification button. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.